Good morning, Chavra. Today is the 15th day of Kislev. Beautiful Friday morning. Shabbos is coming real quick. I think it's the earliest Shabbos. So we will get going here. Page 87 in the Chayenu. A little bit long. Let's get through it. In today's lesson, the cosmic impact of the Torah. Don't forget, yesterday we were talking about David HaMelech called the Torah a song. And this was not accurate, although the Torah could also be a song. So what does the Torah do? It brings the energy flow of the world. It brings the world the energy flow, which is dependent on the performance of mitzvahs. Let me start over. The cosmic impact of the Torah, meaning the energy flow of the world being dependent on the precise performance of a mitzvah, is the only external facet of the Torah. The Torah, in essence, is totally united with Hashem, a supernal level in which the worlds are reckoned as nothingness. So relevant to however, when you start to look at the different qualities of the Torah, then you get into trouble. Oh, the Torah is this, the Torah is that. Hashem reproved David HaMelech. You call them songs? Indeed, Mishum Shabes Mailos Azu Shekol Elameis Betelim Lekavi Dikto Kachad Mimeno. Indeed, this quality of the Torah, that all the worlds are nothing compared to one detail of it, is he B'Bechinas Acharayim Shel Oimek HaMachshava. This one detail that we're talking about is the hinder part, the externality of the profound supernal thought of Hashem. When Shekaz Markamacha B'Shem Arizal, Amayim Rabbeinu Zikarim Levracha, Noivlois Chachma Shemayla HaTorah. So it's explained in the name of the Arizal that the Torah is the withered vestige of supernal wisdom. It's just the external part. Aval Pnimius Ba'imek, Shu Pnimius HaTorah, Miyuchedes Agame B'Erin Seif Baruch Hu Amelubish Ba B'Tachas HaYichud. But when we talk about the core, the inner core, the essence of the supernal thought, which is the innermost core of the Torah, that is utterly fused with the light of Hashem. And that is vested within the Torah in perfect unity. So the Gabi ain't say Baruch Hu kol elmais kelei mamish ve'ayin ve'efes mamish ki atahu ad shaleinu v'leilam v'chulu. So relative to Hashem, all the worlds are nothing. Nothing, it would make no difference to Hashem whether the worlds created or the worlds weren't created or they were created big and small and what happens in them. As it says, you, Hashem, were the same before the world was created and you're the same since the world was created. Being of absolute no account relative to Hashem, all the worlds affect no change in HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And therefore, Gam lepnimius HaTorah ein leshabcha klal. So even the external aspect of the Torah is not at all to be praised and lauded, being the animated force of the worlds. For relative to the internal aspect of the Torah, the worlds, are reckoned as nothingness. In this internal, inward aspect of the Torah, there could be no mortal, heartfelt joy and delight. Rather, Ela kaviyachol simchas leiv sheshashua v'shashua hamelech hakadosh baruch hu shemishtamea shemistasheya bo. Rather, in a manner of speaking, the heartfelt joy and pleasure of the King who delights in it, in the Torah and in our Torah learning, in our connection to the Torah. Kilikima bein darka v'yodav v'kayma malasa. Only Hashem understands its ways and knows its station and quality. For us to try to give a description to the Torah, that's beyond us. Hashem can. It's His Torah. It's His Chachma. How? Because He knows. He knows what it is. It's through self-knowledge. Knowing Himself, He also knows the Torah. Avol, this, however, is concealed before all mortal eyes. We take it as it is, and we learn with it, and we utilize it to the extent that we can. We connect with it. That's how we connect to Hashem. But to say this is what it is, that's impossible. But we were talking about that the other day. If we would ask you here today, what are you? What are you? How would you define yourself? What would you say? You would say, I'm a student, I'm a doctor, I'm a lawyer, I this is what I do, I'm a father. These are things you've done, but that's not you. So we say, what is you, HaKadosh Baruch Hu? We would think, oh, creator of heaven and earth, chesed, gevura, all these that's things that Eibusher might do. But that's not what Eibusher is. If you would write down on a piece of paper what Hashem is, it would just say Hashem. You can't, there's no description really. So as far as what the Torah is, because that's Hashem, it's the Torah. As it is written, my face, meaning the innermost dimensions of the Torah, it's Pimius, is implied by the word panim, panai loyiro. You will not see the innermost secrets of the Torah. Dahainu b'chinas pimiusa k'meishnis bar sham b'shem harizal. Zeu sham rakaso ve'ehye etzloi chulu shashuim. And therefore the pasuk says, in which the Torah itself is speaking, I was a delight unto him, specifically unto him, etzloi davke. In order of the words in the original, it makes it clear that the Torah is God's delight alone. Because only Hashem could fully and thoroughly understand the Torah because it's Him. We can grapple with the Torah. We can learn some of the Torah and partially understand the parts that we're allowed to understand. But to thoroughly and honestly say that we know the Torah is impossible, the Torah is eternal, the Torah is a part of Hashem. Do we know Hashem? No. So how do we know the Torah? It's the same thing. The fun of likewise in the phrase which describes the Torah as causing Hashem delight by playing before him. The pasuk speaks specifically with the terms of before him, lefanov, same root word as pnimius, or panim, face, inwardness. This refers to the inwardness of the Torah and the connection to the infinite one of Hashem. So the Alter will now explain that the sublime level of Torah which Hashem alone delights. Okay, that's the core, that's the essence of the Torah. The outer layers, the laws, the mission of the Gemara, the halacha, we could understand, at least on a superficial way, know what to do, know how to do it. The Alter Rebbe explains that this sublime level of Torah in which Hashem alone delights descends to nurture the souls of the Jewish people. Shabbos. And for this reason, the Medrash calls the Torah Uman, meaning the craftsman, one who skillfully nurtures a young child. Concerning this innermost level of the Torah, it's written, I was by him Amen, one who nurtured, the craftsman. So it said, the Medrash comments, and it says, don't read it as Amen, but Oimein, one who nurtures. So this sublime innermost level of the Torah descends to nurture the Jewish souls, to bring them along, bring them closer, like a child, like a parent to a child. You're going to bring them closer and try to allow them to grow on their own and be successful. With reference to the Acharaim, the hinder part, the external aspect of the Torah, it's written in this pasuk that playing in the world, his land and my delights are with mortal men. It's the external aspect of the Torah that brings delight to the world and to man. When we enjoy a shtickle Gemara, when we enjoy a certain mitzvah that connects to us, Hashem allows us for that, allows room for that. The Torah was given both in a state of inwardness and externality. Kidichsiv Megillah Afa the Zechariah v'hi ksuv panim v'acher. It's written concerning what is Megillah Afa, the flying scrolls of Zechariah, and it was written front and back, panim, face or front, or inwardness, and acher, back, is the root of acharayim, the external part. L'fisha tafas David b'chinas acharayim. Since David seized and praised the hinder part of the Torah, the external aspect, like this, he called it the songs, the shirim. A term such as songs relate to merely the external aspect of the Torah that relates to the world and animates it. And he was punished with forgetfulness. He allowed the Aron to sit and rest on the wagons, which was not allowed. But the forgetfulness derives from the attitude of externality. A person does not forget things that are very meaningful, and he internalizes. We forget things that are not as important, that are in the back of our mind. Things that are on the forefront, or things that are very important to us, we don't forget. He became momentarily oblivious to the pasuk that said that the sacred service is their duty, and the aron should be carried on their shoulders. In order to combine and unite the shoulders, which are also the hinder part. The back and the shoulders are connected. So it's all connected of what happened. He called the Torah song, and therefore he was punished by forgetfulness, which is the external, the back part of the brain that you're not thinking and concentrating because you forgot. And that's also the shoulders and the back. It's all connected. To what? You try to, but at the same time, the shoulder is also connected to the front. It's right below the face, the pneumius. For this state of inwardness is the source of the luchos, the tablets in the ark. The pasuk says written on both their sides. We know that there was a phenomenon, a miracle, that the luchos were engraved, but if you turn them around, they were also engraved. They were engraved on both sides, but seemingly it would be backwards on the back side, but it wasn't. It was straight on both sides, and you couldn't figure it out. How does that work? As explaining in Yerushalmi in Tractate Shkalim, that the luchos did not have a front or back. They went through and through. And it wasn't reversed on the other side. It was a miracle. The purpose of carrying the aron on the shoulders was thus to connect the back, the external part, to the front, the inwardness of the Torah. Ayin Sham, go look it up in the Talmud Yerushalmi as well. So takeaway for today, Chavra, the Torah at its core is intrinsically connected with the infinite light of Hashem. And that light surpasses its relationship and relevance to the limited nature of the material world. And this is with what Hashem, so to speak, the light, and we can connect with what Hashem enjoys. Hashem enjoys the Torah, and he understands the Torah because it's him. So we can learn and we can connect to the Torah that is Hashem. That's the core of what brings Hashem delight, which is him himself. Oh, beautiful stuff. Have a wonderful day. Get ready for Shabbos. It's coming real fast. Have a wonderful day and a